This week on Disorder, we dive into the new German government with Will Wilkes, Germany correspondent for Bloomsberg. And I was super interested to hear him explain why a German nationalism could be a very good thing.
Well, we look at some of the ways in which Germany was formed before the 20th century. I mean, a lot of the focus is on the post-war period. Federal Republic was founded in 1949, and then Germany split into two. And for obvious reasons, forming a cohesive civic national identity was not a priority when you had to rebuild a country, and it was also very difficult. Because of the Nazi past, and there was very little to be proud of. People shrank back from kind of nationalism, and some German kind of cultural things were arguably kind of repressed. So what the country did instead was form its civic national identity kind of has been based on two things. One, the idea of prosperity for all and Wohlstand für alle, which was huge in the economic miracle and rebuilding phase. The idea that kind of being German, what brought us together was this kind of economic prowess where the kind of wealth of society is fairly evenly spread. I mean, West Germany was never a kind of socialist paradise like the East, so there was obviously always been inequality, but it was kept to a kind of manageable level. And that pillar of civic national identity is crumbling recently because you're having the share of poor Germans is growing. It's now at a fifth. The top 1% of Germany is growing richer, and people at the lower end are finding that their wages can't keep up with the kind of material ambitions that the society would give them. The second pillar of national identity really became, look, we're not the Nazis. And it's become quite a kind of performative, we argue, in cases like memory theatre, where Germans will just kind of try and draw a line between what their state is, between the Nazi period and what the Federal Republic stands for. And that's obviously itself is kind of contentious and tricky because there were continuations. But I think more importantly, no one ever argued for like a cohesive, positive national identity that was built around anything other than economic prowess, and we're not the Nazis. So Germany has kind of underdeveloped sense of multiculturalism. It kind of has an underdeveloped sense of kind of what brings the East and West together. That's still massively divisive. It's kind of like the mother of all German identity divisions. But this is kind of the general issue, that there's not a cohesive, civic, forward-looking, modern national identity that brings Germans all together. And it is now a multicultural, multi-ethnic society. There's no attempt or nothing to bring all those things together. And that's a major weakness at this point.
Thank you for watching this video from Disorder. For more, please subscribe, and why not give us a like?